In the olden days, Russia was called United Soviet of Socialist Republic. First, it was a monarchical state ruled by Tsars, or what do you say, Caesar. The last Tsar or Caesar of Russia was King Nicholas II. His reign was truncated by some group of revolutionists led by Vladimir Yanov L.H. Lenin in 1922. After Tsar and his immediate family were exterminated by this group of revolutionists in 1922, the Bolshevist government came to power, led by Lenin. Lenin ruled for some time, then he died. After the expiration of Lenin, she was succeeded by Joseph Stalin. When Joseph Stalin also died, she was succeeded by Nikita Khrushchev. When Nikita Khrushchev also died, she was succeeded by Andropov Brezhnev. The last man to lead the Bolshevist government was President Mikhail Gorbachev in 1985. Gorbachev was the president who turned the country's political system from socialism back to democracy. In fact, as a result of the numerous policies that she implemented during his tenure as the president of Russia, she introduced democracia, glasnost policies, and perestroika. In short, she ensured democracy. After Gorbachev ruled for some time and he left the political scene, she too was also succeeded by President Boris Yeltsin. Boris Yeltsin, as a result of ill health, he died along the way, and he was succeeded by Dmitry Medvedev. Medvedev ruled, he left the political scene, and he was succeeded by the current president of Russia, Putin. Putin has ruled Russia for 2 occasions. Before Medvedev, then he left, then he came back, first as a prime minister and lastly as president. Now, let's go back to this scenario. When the Second World War was raging on, when it started somewhere around 1939 and was about to end, there were 3 prominent personalities in this world: Sir Winston Churchill, Prime Minister of UK; President Joseph Stalin of Russia, that is USSR in the olden days; then President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. These 2 men met on 3 occasions. The essence of the meeting was to find out a best way of ensuring world peace after the Second World War. God being so good, the Atlantic Charter was ratified by 51 countries, forming the United Nations organization. Out of the 51 nations, Russia, China, UK, France, and US became the permanent members. Now, Russia, as a permanent member of the United Nations organization, is to ensure that there's world peace. If there's a problem between Russia and other country, war is not the answer. So Russia, being a member of the United Nations Security Council, has defeated that purpose for attacking the Ukrainians. So Mr. Putin, kindly stop the war. Quickly stop the war. When you look at the principles underlying the establishment of the United Nations organization, the union is to ensure world peace, helping to solve humanitarian problems, protecting fundamental human rights of citizens around the world, do away with famine, unemployment, do away with diseases, that's pandemic, making sure that there's rule of law among nations in this world. Another principle, or let's say the aims and objectives of the UN, is to allow nations to be independent. Citizens of those nations should have sovereignty. All member nations of the UN are equal. Why then should you attack the Ukrainians, forgetting that they are also Russians? When the Bolshevik government came to power from 1922 up to 1991, the time that President Yeltsin came to power, Ukraine was among those countries forming the USSR. After the collapse of the USSR, member countries are now independent. So it means every member country has the free will to join any international organization of her choice. So if United Ukraine want to join NATO, nothing prevents her. Now, if President Putin realizes that there's the need to rekindle the union, which your predecessors used to have, war is not the answer. It's a matter of just promoting economic development among those countries who have succeeded from the USSR and they are now independent. During the Second World War, those countries who stood on the side of the Russians signed a declaration as Potsdam in Poland, that's the Warsaw Pact. And those countries who stood on the side of the US and her allies also formed the NATO. Now that they are independent, every country has a choice to form her own government. So for attacking the Ukrainians is force, is totally out of place. Kindly stop the war. Other than that, God, through his own ways, will mysteriously bring the war to a close. I assure you. Thank you.